Leo had always believed into things, the solidity of the earth beneath his feet, and the unwavering loyalty of his best friend, Marcus. Leo had always believed into things, the solidity of the earth beneath his feet, and the unwavering loyalty of his best friend, Marcus. Both were Taurus men, born a day apart, and their bond felt as ancient and dependable as a mountain range. They built their construction company, Terra Firm, from the ground up, their shared work ethic and stubborn determination turning a rusty pickup truck and a handful of tools into a respected local business. Their motto was simple: we build things that last. And that included their friendship. But one crisp autumn morning, a shadow fell over their partnership. A massive, once-in-a-generation contract came up for bid: the new city library. It was the kind of project that could secure their legacy. The problem was, a rival company, Apex Designs, run by a slick, fast-talking operator named Julian, was also in the running. Julian was everything they weren't: flashy, all promises, no substance. Leo knew their quality was superior, but Julian was a master of schmoozing, a snake in a tailored suit. That afternoon, Marcus walked into Leo's office, his face unusually tense. He suggested they do something they'd never done before: cut a corner. A small one, he argued. Use a slightly cheaper grade of steel for the foundational support beams. No one will ever know, Leo, Marcus insisted. It's still well above code, just not our usual standard. It's the only way we can underbid Julian and win this. It's for the good of the company. Leo felt a cold knot form in his stomach. Betraying their own principles. It felt like a violation. For a Taurus like him, foundation was everything. Compromising on quality was like building a house on sand. He looked at his best friend, the man he considered a brother, and saw a flicker of something he didn't recognize in his eyes. Desperation, greed. He refused. No, Marcus. We build things that last. We don't cut corners. We never have. The argument was short but heated. It ended with Marcus storming out, the office door slamming shut, leaving a silence that felt heavier than any steel beam. The next few days were excruciating. A chasm had opened between them. They worked in the same office but moved like ghosts, their conversations clipped and professional. Leo felt the ground shifting beneath him. He was a man who thrived on stability, on routine, on the comfortable certainty of his world. Now, everything felt precarious. He spent sleepless nights staring at the blueprints for the library, going over the numbers again and again, trying to find another way. But the math was stubborn. Marcus was right. Without that compromise, their bid was too high. Then, just days before the bid was due, Marcus approached him again. This time, his demeanor was different. He was calm, apologetic. "You were right, Leo," he said, his voice quiet. "I got carried away. Our reputation is more important than any single contract. Let's submit our honest bid. If we win right. If we lose with our integrity intact." Relief washed over Leo so intensely it almost brought him to his knees. His friend was back. The mountain range of their friendship was solid again. They shook hands, the grip firm and familiar. "Terra firm forever," Leo said with a smile. "Forever," Marcus replied. They submitted their bid, honest and unflinching. As expected, they lost. The contract went to Apex Designs. It was a blow, but Leo felt a strange sense of peace. They had stayed true to themselves. He and Marcus celebrated that night, not a victory, but their renewed partnership. They laughed about how stupid they had been to let a contract come between them. The world felt right again. A year passed. The new library was nearing completion, a gleaming structure of glass and steel dominating the city skyline. Leo and Marcus had landed other projects, smaller but steady. Their company was stable. One afternoon, Leo was driving past the library construction site when he saw something that made him slam on the brakes. Emergency vehicles swarmed the area. A section of the building's western facade had collapsed. He later learned the cause from a contact on the city council. A structural failure. A catastrophic flaw in the foundational steel beams. Apex Designs, in their rush to cut costs, had used substandard materials far below what was required. Julian's company was ruined, his reputation destroyed, and he was facing a mountain of lawsuits and potential criminal charges. That evening, Leo sat in his office, the news report playing softly on a small TV. The library, meant to be a beacon of knowledge, was now a symbol of greed and disaster. He felt a grim satisfaction, a bitter taste of justice. His phone buzzed. It was a text from Marcus. "Can you believe it? Guess we dodged a bullet." Leo typed back, "More than a bullet, my friend. We saved our souls." Then another message came through, this one from an unknown number. It was a short video clip. He tapped on it, his brow furrowed. The video was grainy, clearly taken by a hidden camera. It showed a dimly lit bar. Two men were at a table. He recognized one immediately, Julian, from Apex Designs. The other man turned his head, and Leo's heart stopped. It was Marcus. He watched, his blood turning to ice, as Marcus slid a thick envelope across the table to Julian. The audio was muffled, but a few words cut through the noise with chilling clarity. Julian was laughing. Never know what hit him. That stubborn Taurus pride of his. Marcus smiled, a cold, empty smile Leo had never seen before. "He'll never suspect a thing," Marcus said. "He's too loyal. It's his biggest weakness." The video ended. Leo sat motionless, the phone slipping from his numb fingers. It all clicked into place with horrifying precision. Marcus's initial suggestion to cut corners, his sudden, convenient change of heart. It was a setup, a perfectly orchestrated play. Marcus had never intended for them to cut corners. He had planted the idea, knowing Leo, the quintessential Taurus, would reject it out of principle. Then he'd agreed with Leo, reinforcing their bond of integrity while secretly feeding information to Julian, their bid numbers, their material suppliers, their entire strategy. He had sold them out. But it was worse than that. He had engineered it so Julian would win the contract by cutting the very corners Marcus knew would lead to disaster. He hadn't just betrayed Leo, he had set up their rival to self-destruct, also terra firm could rise from the ashes, untainted, to pick up the pieces. The realization was a physical blow. The loyalty he had cherished, the friendship he had built his life around it was all a lie. Marcus hadn't just been disloyal, he had weaponized Leo's own character, his unwavering Taurus nature, against him. His stubbornness, his integrity, his loyalty, the very things he was most proud of, had been the tools of his own deception. The ground beneath Leo's feet hadn't just shifted, it had vanished completely, leaving him in a free fall. He had always believed in things that last, but he now understood a devastating truth: some things aren't meant to last. And the most dangerous betrayal is the one that comes from the person you trust to hold the foundation steady. His best friend had taught him the ultimate lesson: never, ever let your loyalty blind you to the truth.